What's up, y'all? Listen, Cassie is not doing good. There has been a shocking turn in the Diddy case. Cassie is not doing well. And this might be why Mark Agnophilia is no longer head lawyer and being pushed out the door. Y'all, people are saying that Cassie has had to take a step back for her mental health. Her sources have gone on record. Again, some people are like, what's going, and it all stems down to the baby oil, the baby oil, the baby oil, the thing that sparked 1,000 memes, the things that we have been clowning. Cassie is taking a step back because it seems like we've forgotten that the baby oil was actually used for something. And the victims that chose to speak out and the victims that are suing, there's a bunch of negative memories attached to the baby oil. Now, listen, let's get into this because you cannot make this up. And it's time for us to kind of rein in Diddy's narrative, his lawyers, everything. Even the way the lawyer tried to say that Diddy and Cassie's relationship was a story of hurt, jealousy, and anger, like it was a scene from All My Children. When it's like, are you serious? Listen to what the new reports is. This is an exclusive. Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, is hurt at baby oil jokes and is taking a break after new lawsuit left her in tears. It also makes you know that whatever Cassie wrote in her lawsuit, she wrote that just as a primer. Cassie is sitting on way more information. She knows way more than she said in that lawsuit. And she knows the deep, dark, disgusting things that she had to do, that she was coerced to do, that she was forced to do, but that also that she saw him do to others, okay? As much as the lawyer's trying to make it seem like Cassie got 30 million, she's probably cool. Let's not forget that before Diddy settled, Cassie didn't know she was going to get 30 million. I mean, she might have wanted it to make it worth her time, but she filed a criminal complaint because she wanted to make Diddy pay for everything he did to her and other people. On top of that, let's also not forget that Cassie was about to be ripped apart in the media. Nobody was believing her. Even when Diddy put up that thing after he paid her the money, enough is enough. And he tried to say he only paid Cassie that money because he felt sorry for her. And he tried to hit us with the enough is enough. Let's also not forget that there were people online saying they didn't believe Cassie. Cassie was a liar. Remember the rumors that Cassie had stole 100 grand out of the room, and that's why Diddy laid hands on her? Y'all, there was a lot of stuff going on. But let's get into how Cassie actually is struggling. And I guess it's a reminder that for all the jokes, for all the laughter, Diddy has not been convicted. The people that did this to Cassie and many others have not been held accountable. We are still waiting for names. The feds are saying they're bringing new charges, but let's get into this, right? They're saying Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was disgusted at the jokes and memes about the music mogul's use of baby oil in the wake of his arrest. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. They said federal agents, as you know, claimed they confiscated 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant from Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles, believed to be used in his freak offs as part of the probe, which quickly sparked a flurry of memes. All right. Now, here's what it said. Cassie is reportedly hurt by the jokes and is now trying to take a step back from the news around Diddy after it was revealed he'll be hit with a new lawsuit bought by more than 100 alleged victims, one or more of whom were A minors. They said Cassie is hurt that people are making jokes and memes out of the baby oil because of what it could have been used for. It isn't funny to her or anyone who experienced similar. Now, the funny thing is, they're saying that Cassie's talking to social media, but I feel Diddy's team was the one that made the most jokes out of it. Even the TMZ documentary had Mark Agnophilia being like, I don't know what they used. They were two people in love. I don't know why they needed that much baby oil. Let's not forget that Mark Agnophilia and his wife are trying to turn this into that's just what hip hop people do. They're deviants instead of looking at it for what it really is about somebody's sex trafficking. Listen to this. Remember when Mark Agnophilia said, I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, these were all consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow Smex is a bad thing because if there was if you did think that it was a bad thing, there would be no more people. See why Diddy let me just stop. I cannot say I see why Diddy let Mark Agnifilio go as like the head counsel and pushed him out because is these our only choices? Unless we either have a freak offs or the population is going to go extinct, freak offs or the human race starts dying out, freak offs or we got to revert to season 3 of The Handmaiden Tales. Is this the two? Like, is there no gray area? How about we don't have freak offs? How about we keep things consensual? How about we don't buy 1,000 bottles of baby oil? And how about nobody has ever sex trafficked it? Again, Diddy's old lawyer, Mark Agnifilio, I don't even know. It's pure comedy. It's pure humor. It's what it is. But let's get back into this. Well, I mean, this is what adults do. Adults buy all the adults. Raise your hand if you got more than 2 bottles of baby oil in your house. And if you got kids, put your hands down. We're talking about the single people that don't got no reason. Please let me know. Anyway, right? They said that there be no more people. They said, but seriously, they said Cassie was also sickened by the latest bombshell allegations, which claim he sexually baboos a A minor, a 9 A minor, among other things. Um, Now they said Cassie had heard mumblings about a class action suit, but broke down in tears when she was informed of the allegations about a child. She's planning to take time away from receiving updates because it has sickened her, and she hopes that anybody who was hurt receives justice and peace of body and mind. Um, the insider said that Cassie and her husband Alex Fine are doing everything they can to protect their kids' peace. I mean, I would expect so because that's the thing. All jokes aside, no matter how much money Cassie has, how do you explain to your daughters what you went through? And the thing is, the world's going to explain it to them. People that are for Diddy or for Cassie, right? You can't control who you meet. People, you can't control what people think. And when you think about it, the daughters, they're young. Why would you even want to talk about that? But it's come to the point where I'm sure she's like, how do we let them know what's going on? How do we do this? And why they're so young and innocent, how do we shield them? Because at the end of the day, it's going to come up. How do we shield them and prepare them for this? But how do you shield and also to know that your mom went through that horror and to live with your mom and see like the psychological effects that still live and the scars she has to deal with. Let's not forget, Cassie had to fight to get clean. Cassie had to do so much stuff to fight to love herself. They talking about Diddy is on S Watch. People said Cassie at one point didn't know what to do and literally thought she had to leave or else she wouldn't be here anymore. So I get it. And I see why those jokes, because it's almost like, and this is just my opinion, it's almost like Diddy's team wants the baby oil to turn into a big joke. So when you hear about it, nobody even says anything, but it's deeper than that. They said uh, on top of the claims made in her lawsuit about Diddy during the relationship, disturbing leaked surveillance camera footage showed, the hotel thing. But despite her lawsuit and subsequent footage inspiring other alleged victims to speak out, they said Cassie has chosen not to release a statement because she is still managing the pain of her experience. They said Cassie hasn't released a statement about Diddy's arrest because she's taken time to focus on her peace because the details of the case are triggering. She's relieved that the case has escalated, but she isn't celebrating. She's upset that people didn't listen to other alleged victims in the 90s because she would have been spared. In a statement, um, uh, uh, in a Daily Mail after the indictment, Douglas Wigdor, Cassie's lawyer, who's also representing someone else, said neither Miss Ventura nor I have any comment. Again, more charges are coming in for Diddy. It seems like whatever's going on, Diddy is not going to get away from this. At the end of the day, Diddy does say he looks forward to proving his innocence and vindicating himself in court, where the truth will be established based on evidence, not speculation. All right, Diddy, you got one chance, and we ain't buying it. We think we've seen enough, But let's see when when the feds put on their little show, and then we see everything you're going to be up to. I'm interested to see what Diddy's defense can be, because judging by the early defenses before he bought in new lawyers, this was a love affair and it was two consenting adults. Are you going to be able to say that about 120 people? Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.